Okay, this is the last video covering chapter 6. So after that first anti-slavery convention where women were forced to go behind a freaking curtain because men didn't want to hear their thoughts, the first women's rights convention in history was held at Seneca Falls in New York. And this is where Elizabeth Cady Stanton lived as a mother, a housewife full of resentment at her condition, declaring, "A woman is a nobody, a wife is everything." A series of women's conventions in various parts of the country followed the one at Seneca Falls. At one of these, in 1851, an aged black woman who had been born a slave in New York, tall, thin, wearing a gray dress and white turban, listened to some of the male ministers who had been dominating the discussion. This was Sojourner Truth. She rose to her feet and joined the indignation of her race to the indignation of her sex. She said, "That man over there says that women needs to be helped into carriages and lifted over ditches. Nobody ever helps me into carriages or over mud puddles or gives me any best place. Ain't I a woman? Look at my arm. I have plowed and planted and gathered into barns, and no man could heed me. And ain't I a woman? I would work as much and eat as much as a man, when I could get it, and bear the lash as well. And ain't I a woman? I have borne 13 children and seen 'em most all sold off to slavery. And when I cried out with my mother's grief, none but Jesus heard me. And ain't I a woman?" Come here, Josie, come. There were women beginning to resist in the 1830s. There were women beginning to resist in the 1830s and 1840s and 1850s, the attempt to keep them in their woman's sphere. They were taking part in all sorts of movements for prisoners, for the insane, for black slaves, and for all women. In the midst of these movements, there exploded, with the force of government and the authority of money, a quest for more land and an urge for national expansion. All right, that was chapter 6. Women amaze me. Women continue to inspire me. I'm so proud to be a woman. The journey of being a woman is never easy. There's so much unlearning that needs to be done, and there are so many oppressive forces all the time. And yet here we are, doing whatever the fuck we need to do to make sure that we advance. And quite frankly, you know, when I think about our future, I'm just so committed to learning from women and being connected to women. And I don't even feel like I hear the noise anymore. Like, I know men are trying to oppress us at every turn, but I'm just incredibly inspired by how resistant we are to their attempts to make us feel like we are not human. Yeah. Thank you for staying all the way to the end of this series, or of this chapter of the series. And I'm curious to know how this all landed with you. And yeah, tomorrow we'll go over chapter 7, which is titled "As Long as Grass Grows or Water Runs." Bye.